My grandpappy used to say, dress for the job you want and not the job you have. Your suit is what gives you your power. We know that from superheroes. We know that from lawyers. We know that from law enforcement. We know that from astronauts. We know that from comedians who want to go collect a piece of space trash, and that's what we're doing here. We've been dressing like a bum, like a comedian, like a lower middle class suburban white, maybe with a little bit of culture, but we were gonna dress like that no longer. Now we have a spacesuit. Yes, this spacesuit is what some would call a Halloween costume, but this is not a costume, this is a suit. Now, this isn't graded for traveling to low Earth orbit to collect a piece of space trash, but you gotta start somewhere. You gotta look the part. So, we've been doing this project for years now. Well, not years, but over a year, okay? And we haven't been dressing like we want the job, you know? So so now we're dressed for the job that we do want. And that's really all I have to say about this, and I'm not sure if I'll ever bring it up again. I think if someone brings it up in the comments, we will talk about it. We will enter into discourse, on the internet to, talk to other people about it, and, we are not in the ideal studio right now. We are in a empty apartment, a semi-empty apartment because I'm in the process of moving my life to San Diego, which we've already talked about before, will, I believe, only catapult us closer to collecting a piece of space trash, but it's really quite exciting, isn't it? Oh, yes. What else is going on exciting right now? We have the spacesuit now. Yes, we must not dwell on it for much longer, but we're also getting into this new drink from Trader Joe's. Uh, it's a sparkling orange flavored espresso tonic, and it contains quinine, which I'm not sure what that is, but let's do a little ASMR opening for this, huh? Oh, that pop is nice, huh? It's crisp. Right when you open it, you smell the espresso, and then you get hit in the back of your nostril with the orange. It's definitely an acquired taste. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know how they landed on that drink as being good, but right now, so like I said, I'm podcasting. I don't have any of my lights for podcasting, so we're just going off natural light today, which we utilize from time to time. But I'm sitting in front of the window in my apartment, and the window in my apartment looks out over our balcony where our neighbor's balcony faces. So I'm pretty sure right now my neighbor is watching me podcast in our empty apartment, because they have curtains on their balcony, and they were open, but then they just drew them, and there's like a slit in the curtain. So, um, yeah, I mean, I think podcasting in public isn't as embarrassing as podcasting in private, where, there's kind of this idea that you're alone, or maybe you think you're alone, but someone's like watching you do it. And plus, I'm wearing a astronaut. But I think this is what it takes is you must not. I think this is true. This is a truth of life. If you are embarrassed about what you're wearing, people will make fun of you. You will feel embarrassed because you already are embarrassed. But if you are confident in what you're wearing, so let's say you're working at McDonald's, you don't want to be a fry cook at McDonald's anymore. You want to be the manager. You show up your next shift at McDonald's, you show up dressed as the manager wear the same shoes, wear the same socks if they have any sort of, just I mean, I don't know if they have, like, a different shirt, you can't, like, change your name tag, but, like, just dress like it, and that's a different scenario, but maybe you're a janitor and you wanna be a lawyer. Show up to work in lawyer clothes, and then maybe somebody mistakes you. They ask you a question, you get in there, you give your 2 cents. Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Right now, I'm a comedian, part-time, unknown comedian, Mike Heath. Very soon, and soon is relative, I will be the first man to collect a piece of space trash. So I'm dressing for the job I want. Hey, and let's do a quick cheers to that, right, folks?
Yoinkskis! Shakespeare's Pizza in Columbia, Missouri is the top-tier pizza experience for people who are in Columbia, Missouri, or if you have a grocery store near you, because they have frozen pizzas that they made in-house from scratch that you can pop into your oven. So if you live in mid-Missouri and have access to a grocery store, or you want to go to Columbia, Shakespeare's Pizza has pizza for you. Shakespeare's not only has great pizza, they have great vibes. The number one pizza experience in Columbia. This is not a paid advertisement.
This is a quick pod. This is gonna be a quick pod. I want to apologize. We had the interview with the Jimothy expert last week, and yeah, the audio was bad. I know the audio was bad. We had audio difficulties. Not they, I messed it up. Okay, and I'll be the first to admit that. A lot of people don't want to admit their own mistakes, and I think that's what's wrong with society. We're not able to say I was wrong. I'm sorry. So I made a mistake about the audio. Not in the post. The post I tried to clean it up as best as possible with the time I had. It was mostly in the recording. We had what we had, and we tried to make it work. We thought we had a system in place. I thought I had a system in place, but I didn't. So I want to apologize for that. And to Julie, our expert, and to Kyle, who introduced us to Julie and Keaton, I'm sorry that maybe you wanted to enjoy listening to that interview, to kind of recap it for yourselves, or even the listeners wanted to listen to it. And it was rough. It was rough, but we had to put it out because we're on a weekly release schedule, and we must do it. And we will. Some episodes are going to be good. Some episodes are going to be subpar. I think this is really, it's just getting out there and saying, I'm committed to collect a piece of space trash, and I hope you are too, because together we will do this. And I think apart from each other, we will not do it. So I'm happy to be here with you. And guys, let me tell you, it has never been better to be a part of Mikey's Orbital Garbage Project. Yes, we have the spacesuit, but we also have added a new state. We are now at 11 states in the United States of America where we have listeners. That's right, folks. This week we added a listener from Nevada, specifically Las Vegas. Turns out what happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas, because you listen to the pod, you found us, and now the world knows we have a listener of Mikey's Orbital Garbage Project in Las Vegas. I want to know, who are you? What are you doing there? Are you gambling? Do you live there? Are you, or did you just listen to it there? No, I think you live there. I think that's how this works. I'm choosing to believe that's how the analytics work. You live there. Do you work at a casino? Do you run a casino? Do you have casino money? I read a stat the other day. This was a stat on the internet, so it's got to be true. And the stat said this particular casino loses $2 million a month on their $16 all-you-can-eat buffet. And I want to say, if you are working for that casino or you're in charge of it, you have any influence at that casino, hook me up, because all we need is $2 million to collect a piece of space trash. And you're losing that every month. What's 1 month where you say, hey, we're already losing this? let's figure out how we can not lose that this month, and let's give Mike that $2 million so he can collect a piece of space trash. Anyway, so glad to have you here. It's nice to have another listener from a new state, Nevada, Las Vegas. So excited to have you here. Welcome in to Mikey's Orbital Garbage Project. Happy to have you here. So we did the Jimothy episode, and we got pretty good views on that. Pretty good. I think we even added a Spotify subscriber from that episode. So, it's something. It's like a little growth. Little growth. We're like a little wart, that you can't even really see quite yet. I mean, you can kind of feel it on your finger. It's like a little finger wart. We're like a little finger wart, and you can just begin to feel it. But then months go by, years go by, decades maybe even go by, and now that's a full-fledged honker. I mean, you're trying to freeze us off. You can't. You can't get rid of us at that point because we've grown. We've sunk roots. We got warty roots. Warty. You guys seen that guy on Instagram? Probably on other social medias where he does like a word merge. Like it'll be like I saw this. Yeah, I don't know. He'll take like frost, and it'll be like go from frost to onomatopoeia, and he'll be like frost, 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 frosty, frosty, on here, and he'll like do this for like 90 seconds, so he slowly starts to sound like the other word until he's to onomatopoeia. And I just want to say, man, what do we got to do? What do we got to do? We got the spacesuit. That's going to help us take off on social media. I've also thought about, developing an email list. People will do this. They'll give you something free, and they'll say, hey, I will send this. They'll have like a product, right? Like here's like a free product. And then you get on their email list, and then they will badger you with emails until you either unsubscribe, which I'm not even sure if the unsubscribe button really even works on these things, and then, or you buy their product, right? And then you get more, and they just suck you into this email list. Like right now, I have an account with the SoFi Bank, and they send me the most amount of emails. It's like unparalleled to like any other company or organization who's on their email list. Like just this last week on Wednesday, they sent me 5 emails on Wednesday. And on Thursday, they sent me 7 emails. And then on Friday, they sent me 5 more emails. Saturday, they sent me 3 emails. And on Sunday, they sent me 4 emails. So over the course of, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can't even count. I have to count with my fingers. Over 5 days, it's like 17, 20, 24 emails over 5 days is insane. What kind of crazy ex-girlfriend trying to contact the love of her life who doesn't love her back kind of energy is that, SoFi? Get it together. I don't care. There is no reason anyone needs to email someone 24 times over the course of 5 days. That is insane. But maybe that's what it takes to be successful. So SoFi, they have their own stadium. They have the SoFi Stadium. We don't want a stadium for Mikey's Orbital Garbage Project, but I think it points to emails, annoying emails. An annoying level of emails must translate to some level of success. So I don't know. I don't want to do an email thing. That sounds stupid. I don't even have like, I don't know what to, but it's, it's worthy to think about, what could translate for us. And, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I like this.
Yoinkskis! There you are, on your patio on a nice summery June afternoon, talking about the summer blockbusters with a refreshing drink infused with your favorite celebrity movie star dudes sweat. Starbros Iced Strawberry Horchata Macchiato Refresher is made purely of 37% organic Mexican cinnamon, 97% organic strawberries, and 100% of your favorite Starbros sweat. For a limited time, we even have sweat infused in our iced horchata macchiato strawberry refresher from the one, the only, Timothy Chalamet. He's been working up a sweat in the sands of Dune to cool you off this summer. And our sweat is directly sourced right from the set of Dune 3. Your refreshing summer favorites are here at Starbros. Tell them the Mike Heath Orbital Garbage sent you over to get 1% off your next Ice American Horchata Strawberry Refresher. That's right. Starbros summer drinks are not just coffee brewed with water. No, it's brewed with pure celebrity sweat from your favorite bros of Hollywood. Beat the heat this summer with a refreshing drink from Starbros.
We don't have much time left, so we're going to wrap this out. Okay, guys, this is a really short episode. This is a micro episode. Okay, other ideas we have. We're thinking about the email list. Number 2 is idea. We have a pod within a pod. That's right. We're going to start a new, I think this might be weekly, probably weekly micro episodes like this. It's going to be called Guardian of the Pod. Guardian of the Pod is a podcast reviewing, critiquing, commentating on the 3 Guardians of the Galaxies. You hear my dog just? He is dreaming right now. If you couldn't hear that, sorry. Guardians of the Galaxy films. So I have a buddy. He's kind of a comic book guy. He's been on, I think he's been on this podcast. He's definitely been on the Son of the Lunch Lady podcast a lot. His name's Chuck Wagon. Actually, that's our band, Jimmy Chuckles and the Fire Ants. He's Jimmy Chuckles. I'm the Fire Ants. So we're gonna start this pod within the Mike Heath Orbital Garbage Project pod. It's a pod within a pod. And we're going to review those films minute by minute. So they could be short, they could be long. I don't know how long they will be. But I think, that's a way to kind of get out there, get some more content. Talking about emails, we get this content out, Guardians of the Pod. And maybe we get some clips from that, recording some content. And hopefully it'll be funny. And it will, I don't think that it's kind of like, I don't even know that it will really I think it will appeal to the comic book community, hopefully. But it's also kind of this crossover of comedy, space, podcasting, clippable, hopefully be clippable. So that's coming down the pike. Is it pike or pipe? Weird words are weird. It's a weird word I've been thinking about? The word wherewithal. Is there a more weird word in the English language than the word wherewithal? Who took the words where, with, and all and said, let's bunch that up into a little trio of power? To be honest, I don't even know what wherewithal means. I think it's if I had to use it in a sentence. Okay, they're like, Mike, use that in a sentence. I'd be like, I don't have the wherewithal to know how to use it in a sentence. And I think that might be an accurate description given my lack of understanding of the real definition of wherewithal. Yeah, but it's a weird word. I want to learn it. Let's commit right now to learning that word this week, and then next week we will use it casually. If you're listening to this podcast, next week when you listen to the pod, you will hear the word wherewithal, but it will be so seamless you might miss it. So keep your eyes peeled. Next week, we're going to use the word wherewithal accurately. We're going to sneak it into the pod. I think next week will be an interview. We're gonna sneak that into the podcast. Let's see what else has been going on because I gotta wrap this up quick. Oh, we did a show. We did a show at a brewery, a comedy show at a brewery, and I think we're gonna do a little clip here for y'all. It's pretty fun. Okay, it was I had fun doing it. It was a hard. This is the thing. This is all. It's building your ability to have the wherewithal to survive any circumstance. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did not use it right there, but next week we'll have it mastered and we'll sneak it in. So what this setup was, it was of the room was it's like this really kind of micro tap house, not even a brewery, it's a tap house. And there's like it's like a half wall, and then there's like open space, and then there's like a big old hallway, and then there's another event space that also has a half wall. So if there's an allowed event in the event space across the hall, there's extreme noise bleed. So coming in set up for the show, we there was this, I think it was a bridal party happening next door, playing music pretty loud. But it was my understanding, okay, they're gonna turn it down whenever the comedy show starts, and they didn't. All they did was turn it up. We turned on our audio for the show, and they went, "Er?" Crank that bad boy up. So they're blaring dance music at a bridal. It was like the most rave-infused bridal shower I've ever heard of. So they're pumping music loud, and I'm like yelling my jokes. And so I'll play a little clip right here for you guys. This is an awesome room. I've performed in a lot of crazy places, but I've never competed against a rave next door. So a lot of pressure on me to do way better than what's happening over there right now. I don't know. But if we laugh really loud, I imagine they're going to just keep raising the volume, so let's make it a competition. That was fun, huh? We did it. We survived it. And I don't even know if you could really even hear the laughs in that. I haven't even, yeah, I don't know. But we survived it. It's a fun show, and that's what we're doing. We're moving this week, so we don't have any gigs. We'll just be driving to San Diego this week. So no gigs this week, but then we have some. We're starting over. And things have never been brighter at Mikey's Orbital Garbage Project. I want to thank you all for being a part of what we're doing here, because I believe together we will clean up our orbital junkyard.
Great shot!